Okay, at this point, hopefully you've gone through the module for this week and looked at 7.3 and 7.4, and this is dealing with 16th notes, how to write them out, what they look like in standard notation, and also how to count and clap those 16th notes. And some of you have experience doing this before. And what we're going to do is apply those 16th note rhythm to our strum now for Knockin' on Heaven's Door, the Bob Dylan song. Prior to right now, you've been playing that song with quarter note strums. 2 on the G, 2 strums on the D, 4 strums on A minor, then 2 strums on G, 2 strums on D, and now 4 strums on C. What we're going to do now is add 2 groups of 4 16th notes at the end of the A minor, so the 3rd and 4th beat of the A minor, and the 3rd and 4th beat of the C major. It's going to sound like this. So the G and the D will be the same. Now I have 1, 2, 3 E and 4 E and back to the G. We'll do the same thing with the C. C, 3 E and 4 E and okay, and you'll notice when I'm doing those 16th notes, we need to go down, up for speed. In general, we're always going to start with a down stroke or down strum on 16th notes, and we'll do down, up whenever we have 4 16th notes together. It will always be down, up, down, up. Now, I'm using the technique that I've showed you in the past. This is more like a classical or flamenco technique where we plant the thumb and we use the index finger down, up, and that provides a nice block in this case because in both the A minor and the C major chords, we don't want to hit that 6th string. So this is perfect. We can rest our thumb on that 6th string have that movement be in the finger, in the finger alone. Okay, now you could also do it however else you've been strumming, as long as you're not using a pick, because I do want you to get comfortable just strumming without a pick. Remember, in the second half of the semester, we'll be using a pick. We'll talk about pick technique. So for now, you can do it that way that I've been doing it. You may also do it as if you were holding a pick. So you're making that same motion, right? Or you could do with your thumb. That's fine also. With all these strums though, the key thing for speed and economy of movement when you're strumming fast strums or 16th note strums is that the motion should be in the wrist. We don't want to move from the elbow. It's inefficient. You're using larger muscle groups. It's harder to control. So we want that to be mainly in the wrist, whether you're doing it pick style without a pick, of course. This style, you're not using the wrist at all. Or if you're using your thumb, we don't want, right, too much movement, okay? So I'm going to play through it a couple times, and you can play along just to practice along with it. And then you can apply this to the song during the week as you work on further mastering Knockin' on Heaven's Door. Okay, so here I go. I'll count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is too fast, you can slow it down. Style now. You get the idea. One other thing I should mention, this has to do with the left hand. When you're using that technique, it is acceptable and good and idiomatic, which means for the instrument. It's kind of the way we do it on the guitar, to lift your fingers early on that last up strum of the 16th note. That's going to enable you to get to that next chord more smoothly. Now, it will mean that on that last up strum, you're actually strumming open strings. But in fact, that's how guitarists do it. That's what works for the instrument. We call that idiomatic again. So I'll demonstrate slowly. The way it would work is when I'm doing that A minor strum, before I go back to the G, I'm going to do down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, lift. So I lifted my left hand one strum early. And when you're playing it fast, you will not even notice or hear that those are open strings. Since all of these chords use some open strings anyway, it's just kind of the sound of the way we do this on the guitar. Otherwise, it's too hard to switch smoothly quickly. It sounds labored or forced if you don't do that. So it takes a little bit of practice, but eventually it becomes automatic because it is more comfortable to do it once you get it that way. So I'll play it at full speed now. But you'll notice that my left hand is lifting early to get back to the G from the A minor and also from the C. Okay? Let me start from the G. So that last up strum